Why did you kick it off with this theme again? I must apologize because I have the window open. No AC today, so you might hear dogs barking, cars passing, birds chirping, wildlife farting, all that good stuff. We'll just get right into it, brothers. So... not sure how I want to do this yet. I think this is how I'll start. Yeah. So I'm taking a cube. I'm trying to make it kind of round. Hello, Southers. Reminds me of the owl in Animal Crossing, Blathers. So you're not as much of a yapaholic as that character. If I'm doing this seemingly stupidly... no I'm not. And also, shut your mouth. Boy, right after I apologize about dogs, here they go. Wait a minute. I forgot I can make... hold up. Oh, where do I search for it? I'm gonna do what I did. Oopsie daisy. Okay. I'm gonna do Shift Alt S. And make it a sphere. Oh my god. We're doing it. Oh my god, these freaking dogs, dude. Bros, rate my Tater so far. How Tater out of Tater is this? Shite. Yeah. 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 I mean, really, that's all I gotta do. I mean, it's pretty potato-y as it is right now. Shade food? Yeah, I'm really good with that. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm gonna think about how I want to unwrap this dude. I think I have an idea. Maxime. Rotate. Click, 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 click. Maxime. Maxime again. Rotate. Clicky, 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 click. Click, click, click. Maxime. I gotta get its dome. Maxine. And then its butt. And then this butt. I'm going to save this potato. Ah, the breeze feels nice. So sorry, I hope the birdies chirping isn't annoying. And also the dogs barking their heads off. Yum. Okay. I'm gonna make this one. This one's my front. And this the right side. backside. So this would be the left side. Oh my gosh, that bird has some things to say. More. Put this over on this side. Oops. It might have been a dumb way of moving this around, but I just wanted it to work for me. And that's what matters. So new image potato text. And I'm gonna dupe it times 2 times 2. This is already have material. Alright, I'm gonna fill this with like a brown color. Dark! Blim, bam, bam. Can I suck colors from other windows? Can I? No, I cannot, is what it is. I'm gonna eyeball it. Tweet, 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 tweet. Tweet. Chirp, chirp. Okay. Okay だよ。Her Tater. How do I go about painting a tater? Because I don't want to be too detailed. Hmm. See our. Let's see. Turn around, big boy. I'd be spinning on that thing. So I told y'all lovingly yesterday that I would sort out my horizontal chat. I did not. I'll play this one. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna save this before it crashes, just in case. Potato. think this is pretty potatoey. Am I quiet? I moved my microphone. Tell me this ain't a cute low poly potato. Tell me. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a butt cheek. Maybe airbrush is better. Good lord. Shucks, maybe I was better off with the other tool. I could do better. A potato has enough energy to light up a menthol for 3 seconds? That's crazy. If anybody has said anything, like at all, in the past 30 minutes, I have not seen it. Oh, I forgot to update my goal image. We're not making an eggplant, we're making a potato. There we go. Tastes cool potato. Eee! Now make it poisonous. You betcha. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna check on the cat. Be good. Kitty inside. L stream scuff. Aw. Your Honor, it's not my fault. I never had that problem. I had to open my chat on something else. It's weird. Went to a convention, played Magic the Gathering for the first, I assume, time, and got a deck and 20-sided dice for free. Neat. Still giddy about it, so nice. I need to get into D&D. Man, my friends and I have been playing Baldur's Gate on Sundays. And at first that was overwhelming, but now that I got a hang of it, it's not so bad. But let me tell you, trying to get into normal D&D, it was too much. It's intimidating. Especially when like the person that's trying to encourage you to get into it is like really hype about it. Like, dude, you're gonna love this, you gotta try this out, and they keep talking about it, and they just like, I don't know, like they can't bring themselves to your noob level. It just made it like stressful. So many times I participated in it, I didn't care for it too much, to be honest. Bro, I need someone to play Baldur's Gate 3 with. Play with me, Lo, and Craw on Sundays. Are you available? Should've played Divinity 2 with me, but you hate me, it is what it is. If your computer can handle it. You free? The very first character I made, I think, I was playing D&D IRL, was a half tiefling, half elf, I believe. Baldur's Gate stream, lol? Oh my god, I think my computer would actually shit itself. My computer would start like melting. Should be what time? Lo was talking about doing it earlier than normal, and I'd say usually we start like 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So like, I don't know, maybe a couple hours before. You'd have to ask and see if they'd like a 4th. I'm sure they would. But potato butt. I hate night shift. It'd be like that. I could try. Normally I'm asleep by 9 a.m. Oh man. Maybe next Sunday. Dude, I did a night shift before, and by the end of it, I went up to my boss. I was almost crying. I was like, I don't know if I could do this anymore. And he was laughing. He's like, don't worry, tonight's the last night. You had to do it anyway. I was like, oh my god, dude. Shit was fucked. Don't give yourself up for shitty jobs, you guys. It's not worth it. Pretty pleased with this potato. Trying to find a new job right now that actually uses my degree. Just needed a job in the first place. Fair. July will make a year straight of doing nights. Oh my gosh. I feel like it was just like a week ago. You're like, yeah, I just started my job. Like a night shifts. Time flies when you're having fun. Has been a while, man. Job market sucks because I couldn't find a job part-time without experience. Potato looks yummy. Hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Look, patat looking potato. Thank you. Apparently the Backrooms movie dropped. Yeah, apparently my sister and her husband went to go see the frickin' thing yesterday. It's like, okay, I didn't even know it existed, but alright. Is it good though? Hmm. My sister said it was weird, but she liked it. But I thought there'd be more hype about it releasing, but I guess not. My 2 cents about that nobody asked for. I'm kind of not an enjoyer of like when something becomes like an internet meme kind of concept and then like people go, I could profit off this, and go and make games and movies and like the whole 9 yards. Like not everything needs a movie. So I'd be skeptical, but you know. Didn't even know it existed. The movie has been promoted heavily the last month. I haven't seen anything, but also, like, I do not partake in advertisements if I can help it. No ads on my YouTube. If I have a streaming service, no ads. Hell no. Especially on a streaming service. Like, if I'm paying to view the shit on it already, why would I pay to not have ads? Just give me the juice. Give me the sauce. From what I've seen, it's a mixed bag. People didn't give it hype because one guy without much experience made it. And so people assumed it would be shit. Aw, fair. What? Are you so lonely? Are you the loneliest girl in the whole wide world? Oh my goodness. There's never been a lonelier cat. That's not Chippy, that's the old one. The fat one. That last time she tried to jump on my lap, she scratched the shit out of my leg. Honest opinion, Ghost Gang, what are we thinking about my potatoes texture? Would you cut this into fries? Old Chippy. Looks quite nice, pretty good, looks good. Thanks! Oh my god! I feel seen by that cat. She sees you. So we can all agree that the 2018 Slenderman movie killed Slenderman's IP, right? Man, just the fact that a game was made out of it, and the fact that a movie was made out of it, I think just really kills the charm. You know what I mean? Like, making a game, I'm like, okay. That's fine. Making a game out of a popular concept is not that bad. But once the movies come out, man, and it's like, it's not even your concept. It came from the interweb. It's not your OC. You know? Technically 2 movies, I believe it. Please don't fuck up my textures. Didn't listen to me. I wish there was a select tool. Marble Hornets isn't technically Slenderman, but it's literally Slenderman. I mean, I believe Marble Hornets was like based off the concept of Slenderman, but I don't think they ever claimed that it was. If I remember correctly, it's been a long time. But, you know, it's been a concept on the interwebs. Like, long before any of, like, the game and movie came out and stuff. Un momento. Also, movie with people, because that's the better format. That's why everything needs to be turned into effing live action. Say truly. Isn't there like either another Aw, I was uncapping my chapstick and I dropped the lid. I was gonna say there was like the live action Avatar movies that did absolute dog shit as far as I'm aware. And like, aren't they redoing them or even did redo them? Found footage movie, oh my god, man. Random question, how long do the chibi commissions take to make on average? The chibi ones, not so long. I mean, depending on the simplicity of the design and how I'm feeling about it, I could get it done in a day. But I think, like, on my VGen right now, I say a 2-week turnaround, and that's just because... Not that it takes me 2 weeks, but, like, there's other stuff that I do. So it might take 2 weeks because of that. Where'd my cap go? Oh, there it is. Wow, yeah. And GB commissions are my favorite to do. Slams fist, slams fist. If any of you ever want a commission from me, dog, I love doing the chibi so much, please. I'm on my hands and my knees. I'm praying. No idea why they have to make everything into live action. Like, it's an inferior form of entertainment. So true. Like, some things, they're live action and they're great. And other things, they're 2D or like 3D animated and they're great, just as they are. We don't need them to be in the other media. Like, it's not necessary. I don't understand why we gotta, like, touch all the bases. You know? If a key can open many locks, it's a good key. But if a lock can be opened by many keys, it's a shit lock. And what I'm saying is, if you feel like your movie, which is the lock in this case, needs to be produced in every sort of media or have multiple sequels, it's a shit movie. It's a shit concept. But if you make bank off of it just one time or one concept, it's a good movie, right? Or am I crazy? Really dumb analogy, I know, but you know. Disney movies, true. Live action is cheaper than 2D or 3D animations, likely. But then why would they do that after making like a perfectly fine 2D like production? Why is funny? I'm surprised you managed to finish the thought. I'm in awe. Dog, you take that back. I've had this like corny like romance music playing, my bad. Time for the space music. Money. I need you to imagine Mr. Krabs and he's pointing up his claw. Money. Whoa, 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 whoa. So... what does fall off mean? Oh, this is the button. Fill. Where are my fill settings? If I amp that up. That's a no. If I turn it down, that's not helpful. Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to fix this in another program, methinks, because this background color might pop out as seems. It seems like it may. Haha. Which avatar? The one that shouldn't exist. The last Airbender, like the cartoon series, it was good. It was banger. And then they said, what if we ruined this and made it live action? And everybody hated it. And then they said, what if we did it again? I don't think they did a live action of Avatar The Last Airbender, Korra, whatever, the second thingamadoodle. I forget what it's called, I'm sorry. Okay, I exported this bad boy. I'm gonna take a little look-see. Oh, Tater. I had to give up pizza fries? It's part of a diet, but I also need to exercise more. Pizza fries? I'm also on a diet too, but I don't feel like I'm really restricting myself. Big Papa. Oops! Oh my god, somebody stepped on my potato! Okay, it definitely has seams when you zoom out. I think so does my turnip. That's annoying. Okay. So what we're gonna do. Of course it isn't sized correctly. So yeah, before the stream I started working on this. This is how I reduce stress for myself. By drawing. But any whoosies. Let's tweak these textures. Where's my settings? Close cap, no. What? Okay, maybe for these Photoshop might be it. Damn. Damn. I draw arts every 1 to 2 hours 3 times a week. Nice, Hudaya. That's how you stay on top of it. You reduce stress with drawing. Yeah. So cute, huh? Thank you. We don't see the seams. Well, I do. I want to fix it. Because if I could see it, chances are y'all will see it too. Y'all. In the game. And plus it shouldn't be that hard of a fix, methinks. Potato. No, we did not jinx it yesterday. No, roar. No, it really is my fault because I had Blender open, Roblox Studio open, Clip Studio Paint open, and then also open Photoshop. So that's an L on my part. My bad. Become bigger, Photoshop. Looks decent. Am I blind? Wait. There. Honestly, that should do it. Why is it not okay? Oh, pain, suffering, torment. Clip Studio Paint, please. Please? Thanks. Spending time with her is torture, so true, Lo. You really get me. My headphones hate Yuki, just how I raised them. Oh, I didn't see your comment though. Did you have a reason to seem so excessively? Because that's what's worked for me so far. Least stretched as possible and clean is what I wanted. And that is what worked for me, sir. Move, potato. Every seam is a detriment. Yeah, but then it like unwraps all stupid. And then they'll be like, did you see my turnip? Did you see all those little stupid purple pieces everywhere? That's how it went before I figured out how to do the seams. Okay, next time I won't do that though. You'll see. You'll see, mister. You'll see, pal. I did. That's why you need logical seams. Think of the object as real. You think I wasn't doing that? And how you could unwrap it with one cut. That should work. Eggy bunny. Hear me out, broder. My dude. Home slice, bread slice. So what I did with the turnip, right? It was just it's a round shape. Right? And I made one singular seam in the middle. And you saw how like let me open it back up for you, actually. So I put it in the middle, right? So here's one half. Here's the other half. And all these other little stupid shapes. Those are faces. Those are faces. And I also made a stupid middle piece. And whatever the fuck this is. That's actually my bad on that one. But yeah. That's ridiculous. And there's also a visible seam in the middle. Where I unwrapped it. Faces, yes. As in polygons, like triangles shapes. That's what you call them. That's cursed, yeah. I told you, brother. Ew, I just accidentally clicked on the same song twice. Oh, I'm not fighting. Yeah, gotta apologize. If I sound like I have an attitude, I'm so sorry. It's because I didn't sleep so good the last 2 days, and I felt like shit today. I'm really tired. And I also think it's Ludio face time, so I might be a little extra low energy and cranky compared to normal. Apologize to me right now! Oh my gosh! Oh my... Alright, since he's gonna be stinky about it. Hello? Oh my good. Hey, he left the call. He won't even let me a pop. Okay, you're not getting one then. You're not getting one. F you. Tomato, tomato, tomato. You dude, keep your eyes peeled, buddy. See if I ever extend a friendly hand to you again, buddy. Buzz, kill this man. Mom and Dad are getting a divorce. Oh my gosh, Seth, this could make your dream come true. You could adopt this whole chat full of your children. Call dibs on the house. Who's taking custody of us? What do you mean, no thanks? I'm sure I'd be a great influence. Take the pets. I mean, sure, but you can't have Chippy. My fur daughter. I'm only being taken into custody when the police find me. I'm a good dad, Random. I'd get you like Star Wars stuff and let you stay up till 11 p.m. Oh my god, what? Huh. So you'd be nice to Rando if he was your son, but not me? Okay, got it. Yeah, but you eat waffle stomps. I don't waffle stomp! You're not his son, Yuki. That's why he's mean to you. I figured it out. Oh, his niceness only is extended to children. That's why he's nice to Cat. Oh, I feel like my sleeve is ugly. You know what? It's not that deep. It's just, it's a de-stress hobby drawing. It's not that deep. I'm nice to Cat because she drinks her milk and it's really sweet. Don't make me sound weird, he says after saying the weirdest thing. Hey Seth, have you ever played Pragmata? No, my PC can't handle it, rip. He's definitely sent me screenshots though. Look at this cute gremlin. We should make one. He thinks having kids is based. His cat was lactose intolerant. I have a feeling that wouldn't even stop her. Don't leak it up. My bad, my bad. I shouldn't have leaked your truth. His accent is only cute when you're imitating him? Aw, shucks. Pragmata's a lot more controversial than I thought it would be. Why? Also, don't get it twisted, chat. Me? Love? Never. I'm too cool. I saw people seething about men finding their protective streak and women going all, "Aw, she's a baby." Because grown men are weird. It'd be like that. Sorry, I spent too much time without roasting Seth. His accent is nice. I just wanted to be a bitch. Oh. Is that a live Sather's comment on air? Wow, 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 wow. People either hate the game or are right-wing neo-incel gamer chuds pushing for a conservative family. Hi, thanks for following. Welcome. I finished my potato, so I'm just drawing now. You? Cool? When? Be nice. Lowe's on withdrawal. I kind of get that feeling. 5 minutes without insulting Yuki and I'm withering. That's why he looks so old. I'm sorry, this sounds so mean. I think gamer chuds pushing for a family is based in breeding build. Most people are normal about the game and just find the dynamic cute. Yeah! Some people are equating it to grooming or pedo bait. I feel like those are the people that you should kind of keep an eyebrow up on, because why is that your first assumption? Like, we as human adult beings, and like I know that there's really terrible people out there, but we as adult human beings were built to take care of and protect our young, you know? We are not built to go, how could I do the worst thing imaginable? Like, sure, that happens, but I don't think it's really the best thing to immediately jump to that conclusion, especially, sorry, when it's fictional characters in a video game. Like, unless that's like written into their story, I don't understand why people would jump through several hoops to come to that conclusion. I mean, don't get me wrong, some people are super weird, and I'm sure there's gonna be some weird gamer chuds that are, like, getting off to the worst possible concepts in their own noggin, but, they're freaks, and they're gonna stay lonely and weird in their basement forever, probably. And it's not really a concern to anybody. What do you mean, look old? He is old, damn. We love family in this household, he says. Apparently he's both married and hated by Nick Fuentes. Ooh, it's his second marriage, by the way. Oh. I think people have a hard time differentiating between fiction and reality. True. This has been a thing for a long while now with younger people, especially in anime. You're... People really be marrying anyone just to not feel alone, huh? The concept of relationships and marriage actually makes me mad. As a society, my brothers, we're cooked. We are so cooked. But it's not gonna stop me, I tell you what. I'm gonna trust the process. I'ma trust the process. My own process. The cutest guy is also somehow left-wing. Color me shocked. Color me shocked. The problem with anime, though, is that more often than not, the story is about teenagers and they sexualize them, which is icky, and it normalizes things it shouldn't. Cuties was crazy, especially how publications rallied behind it to own the chuds. Very amusing. Man. That whole concept was weird. That guy was weird. Cuties was a movie made in France. And it's about like, if I remember correctly, it was like a coming of age story about this little girl. And like these are like clearly children. I'm not talking about like someone who's like on the cusp in between like 17 and 18. I'm like no, like this is 10 years old at best. Like these are children. And like there's just some really weird shots in it. Like it looks like it's intentionally catered for like those kind of people, if you know what I mean. It was just really sus, and like people were criticizing the movie, and for what I recall, on the guy that I did the video about, he was like, no, actually I think it was a good movie, and like cites all of like the sexual parts as to why. He was like, yeah, I thought it was pretty hot. Basically Yondev. God. They do kind of give me similar vibes. A lot of the anime that do that are also made for teenagers. Not saying it's good, but it's kind of age appropriate. You know, I was thinking about that, you know, when I was a teenager, consuming a lot of manga and anime. There's a lot of stuff today that I would probably find sussy, but like when I was a teenager, like I didn't give a shit, I didn't care. I didn't find anything weird with it. But also, I don't know that made for teenagers is entirely true. Like it depends on the series. Like for instance, I forget the term for it, but Chobits, for instance, was made for like college-age men. But Chobits was super popular with young ladies. Me included. He quotes, Wanted to get a reaction out of people. Shocker. I don't know, man. Japan's reproduction numbers are low, so I think they'll do anything. Not to roast my Japanese broders, but like, bro, I know. I see you. Man, I was thinking to myself when I was starting this drawing, I was like, I want to go really light on the line art. Let the rendering do the work. I'm so line art heavy as a person. Why did I not fill in this? Okay. Oop. More round. They do gotta get their ship together. Rip Shinzo Abe. Yuki question, how do add details in bangs during line art? What I did was sketch chunky shape, add detail in said chunky shape, and then when line arting, think about the direction the hair's going in. And then I drew the pieces. I drew it like this, kinda. And then I went in, like, paid more attention and made it more detailed at the tips. And added more individual strands, like that. Maybe some extra lines. Does that make sense? Yee, heck yeah. Next song, please. Thanks. Wanna upgrade how I draw hair a little? Hell yeah, brother. No, I want this tighter. Now let me tell you a little something. So speaking of Turkathy Thomas, I I stumbled upon a video on a like live channel, and I took a peek. It was atrocious, and he's made so many videos about this guy, and I can't stop watching them. They're so cringe, but I can't stop. I once got so bored, I made art of 4 OCs and then drew biblical angels. Hell yeah. Okay, that's a good shape. He thinks. Sometimes I freeball it. You know? I freeball it, and then I think, that looks really dumb. A breeze came through, it smelled really nice. Imagine these shapies. I feel like those are heavy. Want these to look round. Like lace. Still have the opening on the side. That makes sense. Enough. Man, so I was looking at my model, and like the worst part about being an artist with a model that you made is being like, I could improve some things. I could never be a VTuber. I mean, a VTuber or a rigger? Making a VTuber is a nightmare to do. Aw. It's not that bad. In my opinion. Only sucks a little bit. Both. It only sucks if you have a complex and you need to be the best at everything that you do. And then you'll piss yourself off. Where is my reference? There it is. Sometimes I think of making like illustrations more detailed than the actual VTuber model. Then I'm also nervous, like what if one day I'm not a broke bitch and I want to commission my character and I go, here you go for some references, and like my own art is like way more detailed and the model reference is simple. Well, I can't entertain an audience for 2 hours. I can't even entertain an audience for 2 minutes. But somehow, we're still here. Thinner lines, I tell myself. Thinner lines. What do? Thick lines. I'm gonna sleep. Good night. Good night. Thanks for joining today. I appreciate it. Aminal Crossing. I'm so glad I made this sketch impossible to decipher. Yeah, I wonder if the day's gonna come where someone like comments on one of my speed paints or something, like accusing me of AI. Brap. Hi, Super. Of the forbidden variety. Or maybe it's because people already know I done been on the internet arting forever. But I see people get dragged through the mud all the time. I mean, sometimes you really can't tell, but there's some other times. I don't know, man. To say hi. I need to start practicing digitally, TBH. Do you have a tablet or cracked version of Clip Studio Paint 4 that I should be using? I hate how I draw fingers or hands in general. Sausages, they are pickles. Microsoft Drawing laptops? Surface Pro 10 laptop? I thought they were just tablets. They're Windows tablets. Oh, gotcha. Does this piece have buns? Of course. Do 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 do. Practice hair more. I tend to suck at that. We all have our struggles. And then you'll feel better about one thing, and then you'll be like, oh, man, I sure do suck at this other thing. And that's a cycle where you always feel like you suck. But in reality, what you're doing is pretty cool. And you should be proud of it. Give me one moment. I need to turn a light on. I also suck at eyes with each of their own. Eyes are my favorite. But you guys knew that already, probably. Try and visualize the ruffles in my noggin with my eyeballs. We took that down. I'm trying to learn how to draw tokusatsu stuff because I've been finding that interesting. What is that? Tokusatsu. Special effects. Massive genre of live-action Japanese films and television that relies heavily on practical effects like suitmation, scale model cities, and explosive pyrotechnics. Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai. Okay, I see. Makes sense. Or the Kamen Rider stuff is what I'm practicing. I think I recall seeing you post some Kamen Rider flavored art in the server before. Forgive my yawns. The air is starting to cool down and there's a breeze and it's so nice. So nice. The only thing that sucks is learning the armor. Fair. I found it easiest for myself to like sketch on shapes. Like, let me show you what I mean. So if you had a body like this, right? And let's say like they have a triangle on the chest and maybe it goes like a Y or something. Instead of doing my line art, like I just go line it like this based on the angle of the character, I would sketch on top of it like a, would do this, erase away the overlap, right? And then I would line, like use that as the guide for my line art. Go on top of it. If I had the right tool selected. And like, do it like that. And I'd clean it up, of course, and stuff like that. That's just what I find easiest. I find it easier to like imagine painting on the shapes. So I'll do that for like more heavily mecha kind of stuff. Cause like straight lines are hard, especially when like the character's in a pose, you know, and the lines are in angles and then they bend and they smoosh. Yuki, I love your art and your style. I love you. Oh my god. Why do you say this? Cause like I keep piecing myself off with how I draw faces. And like, so this one I drew, I would say like what's more stereotypical, popular amongst anime art drawers. But I want like, I tend to want bigger eyes, more my king kind of eyes. But it looks goofy. So I try to do both. But I feel like I'm like not pulling it off. So then I find myself reverting to the norm. But I don't want to just be cute anime artist number 68947 to, you know, there's a lot of them. I want a unique style, but I also want to like my style. I don't know, man. Be confident in my style. But yeah, I understand. The gist, it's just more complicated stuff is confusing for sure. And some days I'm able to draw a lot, and then the next day I can't draw at all. It'd be like that. It's Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Just don't be too hard on yourself. I feel like any variation of your style is still pretty. and it always looks good. Be quiet. You look good. Though I'm starting to realize I prefer more black-white style stuff compared to coloring it when I draw. That's fair. No you, no you. You could try practicing doing stuff in like comic or manga styles. Sorry to say the same word twice. Where like the focus is on contrast more than coloring, and that's still a really cool way to go about it. It's still a talent and a skill. Like someone like myself, maybe I color okay, but I might not be able to translate it very well into black and white. So it's cool. It's still a cool skill. But I guess you said you were in college for art, right? And you graduated. You probably know. Probably don't need me telling you. Yeah. Well, don't. Art splitting, SMH. I mean, people ask me questions all the time, so I just get used to just answering on default, you know. And of course, they could choose to take it or not, you know. I am definitely not like the expert. But let the coloring do the talking. Me at myself, bitch. One bun is bigger than the other, I'm realizing. Oh, let's go down. Don't bun shamer. I graduated community college for my an associate's. Was it like art in general, like fine arts, computer graphics? Bunch of no fine arts, neat. Also, one tip that I have that I don't think I've ever said before but it's probably obvious if you watch like my streams and speed paints and stuff, is like I will draw almost everything to an extent. Like for instance, even though her hair over here was going to be covered by her finger, I still drew it all first and then erased it away. I mean, I didn't draw like all of her like chest and stuff behind the sleeve just because it's such a big area. But for the most part, stuff like that, I draw it all first and then erase it away. Because I used to just like freeball it and it would look sloppy and silly, at least in my case. Nut. Fighting with these hair bows though. Like, don't like the way they look. What's something I could do to get cleaner lines? Well, let me show you an example I have on my noggin. So let's say I got a flower shape like this. Okay, that looks like dog shit. You get the point. Flower shape, right? And I want to go to line it. And if I'm really zoomed in on it, and hyper focused on the details, I might do it like this. You see how it's kind of like thick and scratchy? I would say for things that are bigger shapes, especially when I do like long flowy hair, zoom out. Quick stroke. Quick, 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 quick. They don't have to be perfect. Art's never gonna be perfect. I would just freeball the line art. Hell yeah. So in the case of this flower, go like whoop, whoop. And I just Control Z. I mean, this is easier to do on digital, obviously. And I don't worry too much. You see there's parts that overlap. If I don't like them, then I just erase them away. But traditional art's a little trickier because if you keep like erasing and redrawing and erasing and redrawing, your paper degrades, and then like even if you have your perfect line, there'll still be like the residue of it behind, you know, if you've done it enough times. And it'd just be like that. So being a bit more like loose with it. Because like you could always kind of come and go in and clean it up like this, but I feel like it's harder to do and it's a messier style. Some people like that. Some people don't. You know, it's preference. Another thing might be how you hold your pen and do your strokes. But I'm not sure how to put that into words. Because the way I hold my pen, so a pencil, if I got a pencil like this, my fingers are like and this is crude. It's a very crude drawing. They're like here. So like where it's starts to come down, like I have my fingers like really close to yeah. And I don't push down very hard. So I'd rather I'd rather build up shape and density than to like, I don't know, take it away. Exactly like that is how I draw. Okay, we're brothers. We're brothers. I mean, I draw the way I learned to write. I write like that too. A, B, C, D. Hold it at the tippy top. Push down kind of hard depending on the pencil grade. Yeah. So, one thing that kind of helped me when I was in middle school, there's this girl who had the softest, like, cleanest looking drawings, and I adored them. I was so jealous of her. And, like, her lines were super thin and just, like, dainty. Everything about her art was dainty. So, I tried really hard to imitate it for, like, a year. So, for a while, I would practice drawing really light, like really, really light. So I don't know, do my sketch. I sometimes, especially when I was younger, I wouldn't even sketch, but I would just try it so gently. Barely touching the paper. After a while, I got more of the hang of it. HB or lower graded pencil. Hell yeah. You got them fancy pencils, bro. Did you also have a teacher that told you like the correct way to sharpen a pencil is to like take a blade and like cut it off? Like shade it away? I had a teacher that made us do that. Yeah, to use a blade, yeah. What an experience. Nah, I ain't doing that. Right? Like, dog, I have a pencil sharpener, I'm gonna use it. I don't give a shit. There's a correct way. According to some drawing professors, yes. But I think, like, with art, it's all subjective, you know? I don't think there's, like, a right way or a wrong way. I was so locked into Minecraft, I missed drawing stream. I haven't been doing it for that long. Also, hi, Binky! Oh yeah, at the moment, that's the best way I can think of to advise. Quick, light strokes, and trust the process. You're gonna screw up. I think. Let me try to tell you how I draw my best attempt of a perfect circle, right? And maybe that'll translate, I don't know. So if you have a ruler, and you sketch a straight line, and you have a ruler, sketch another straight line. Or even just like, maybe you should start with a box actually. Start with a box, don't do what I did, and then make a cross in the middle, and like do this using a ruler. And it doesn't have to be like perfect, right? So if this is a sketch, go in like this point to this point on each corner, and like connect them. And my square isn't great, so it's gonna look like shit. Perfect finger quotes circle. And the like less you focus on how perfect it is, I feel like the better it turns out. Now if I like hyper fixate on it and I try to make it perfect and I go, well it should be like this and then like this, and I don't like it and I do it again and I don't like it and I do it again, it turns out sloppier. Takes some time, but you gotta trust yourself. I know that like you're doing good. You might not think like you're doing good. You're doing good. That's what I do in Minecraft to make domes. I learned to draw faces and circles with a line. I was in a fine arts college for like 2.5 weeks. And I think I learned how to draw circles like that, and I also they taught you how to draw a straight line without a ruler. And this is about as best as I could get. Probably because, oh, I always tell myself my stuff is bad. Probably because I got confidence issues because my mom made fun of me growing up. I'm sorry, dude. That's not very cool of your mom. We're your mom now. You're doing great, sweetie. I once had the get a real job talk from my dad. I think I was still in high school though. No, your mom could not do better, bruh. I haven't talked to my mom in 6 months, so not my life anymore technically. Oh, it'd be like that. It's Scooby-Dooby-Doo. But so long as you are finding peace, you know. I get the confidence issues, it's tough. I'm just starting to unlearn all the damage my mom did to me. Wow. Do you know my brother is a better artist than me? Though he has been drawing longer. Well, it's not a competition. It's about doing something you enjoy. Didn't start drawing till early 2024. So like, you've only been at this for 2 years. And like, if you're not like really locked in doing it like a lot, you really can't blame yourself. Like, you really are doing well. Like in my case, you might think like, dang, how does she draw like this? Blah blah blah. I came out of the womb drawing. I was born with a pencil in my hand. I have been drawing since day one. I used to draw cartoon people in elementary school before I even like figured out what anime was. You know, I've been at it for a long time. I used to trace in elementary school, tons of people did. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As a matter of fact, I think you could learn perfectly fine from tracing. Especially when you're a young kid. I've been drawing for 6 years. My art is far from... Did I word salad that? I have been drawing for 6 years. My art is far from the best still. It takes a lot of time. Says this girl with some absolutely banger art. Like... Binky draws better in 6 years than I did in like 12. Tough part is that what I was brought up to realize something was always my fault, but no, other people have fucked me over. I mean, same bro. You got that narcissistic mom, perchance? I'm gonna make this ribbon longer. I've drawn all my life and I hated it all. I've drawn all my life and I loved it and I'll never stop. Yep, same here. But by the narcissistic mom comment, or... Thing is, I focus so much on drawing one singular thing. If it makes you feel any better, it's not like... As a kid, I was like, you know what, let me experiment. As a kid, I was like, I want to draw things that I like and feel good. And if I saw somebody was drawing something that I thought was pretty or I thought was better than me, then I wanted to learn how immediately. And I would do it until I thought I got it. And it's funny, because growing up, didn't think I had any sort of autism. Didn't think that I was really much of a hyperfixation kind of person, especially in high school. But I mean, like, in a sense, art's kind of been like my lifelong hyperfixation. be like that. Yeah, that one, real. Man. I'm sorry. If y'all ever have kids, I'm speaking to super MBs. Please be a present and supporting dad. Like, of course, discipline is important. But your little guy or your little girl, they need to know that you got their back and that they could feel safe with you. And I know that you're probably robbed that experience from your madres. But as padres, you could do this. I believe in you. Da, 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 da. The having kids thing, I wouldn't have them. I mean, I would imagine that you're very, very far from ever needing to realistically consider that, I would imagine. But go ahead and tell me your thoughts. I'm curious. Tell me your thoughts. Like, your reasons why. I will be there for all of my 15 children. It is only natural. All 15. It's Pilgrim maxing. You know what I say. Dun, 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 dun. It's great that you're self-aware enough not to overcorrect, bees. Hella props for that. Yeah. It's very easy to continue the cycle also. Like, you think in your head, like, oh, I would never. Because, like, I went through that. Why would I make my kids go through it? But then you don't realize how... Shit, I fucked up 3 times. How easy it is to inadvertently fuck up your kids by doing similar things that you don't realize. Just because that's how you grew up. That's how you learn to cope and survive. And that's how you learn that relationships are meant to be. So, it might be a tough journey. Because, like me, I believed for the longest time that I should never have kids because I thought I would be the worst parent. I thought, like, there's no way I could take care of them in the way that I should. Like, I would pass on my problemos onto them, in a sense. Not as much as not as much of an asshole as you'd think. Honestly, I can be mellow, calm, and reasonable sometimes. It's not about being perfect. You will pass on some problems. You'll make new ones, but it's about doing your best. A lot of people with trauma aren't self-aware though, and they continue the cycle. Well, as a woman, you're more than just the ability to have kids, but if you're aware of your issues and you want to fix them, you can do that. I feel more confident now. I would say, I guess after my bite of 87 in like 2021, and since kind of like pulling my head out of that, and just life in general, I feel more confident now. I feel less scared. Perfect? Nah. But I think I could take it on. I know that I would do a better job than my own parents. I think also part of it comes from your bite of 87. Sorry, it was a Five Nights at Freddy's joke. I'm also older than my parents were when they had me, right, meow? They were like, I want to say a year out of high school when they conceived me. I am not a year out of high school. In Sather's case, I'm gonna defend him here and say that he is pretty good with kids. I think he's better tempered with children than he is with adults. He has like a special built-in temperament just for kids. I'm the same. I'm somewhat stoic, but when you come see with my sisters or niece, it's very different. Seth and his 15 kids. Fair enough then. Seth sounds like he'd be a chill dad. He does. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be too chill, you know what I'm saying? I don't mean to be that guy, but if you do want kids, you gotta decide soon. Trust me, dude, I know. Don't worry your noggin. I guess, if you hear news in the next year or two, don't be shocked. I mean, that's partly why I've been locking in on my health recently. I haven't really shared it, I think, with you guys, though. Is like, both like health in general, because you just should, but also fertility. Yeah, but say goodbye to having a boyfriend. You can have one when you're 35. Felt so nice saying that because I remember one tweet about a guy saying some lady lost like 60% of her eggs. I think he just meant that there is a limited amount of time for women to conceive. I mean, I'm aware. Eggs don't get lost, they degrade and you lose them. Wait. You are born with a certain amount of eggs, you menstruate, you start dropping them. If they don't get fertilized, they pass out of you. And the remaining ones, while they do remain, they do degrade over time. So. Also, yeah, next year or two is fast. Hope you find a good guy. Okay, I know this sounds crazy. I'm not saying like spit out a baby in that time. I'm not Russian necessarily, but I'm saying, you know? But I wanted to get my health in check as much as possible now before I even started to try. Cause y'all know me, I got issues, TM. Got that PMDD, PCOS, now recently changed to PMOS, and hypothyroidism. So like the odds are really stacked against me. So I've been eating a clean AF diet. I started strength training, dog. I've been logging in. I started tracking my cycle. I've never tracked my cycle in my life because it's always been a pain in the ass. Pregnancy could get very dangerous when you're older. Yeah, like late 40s to 50s, like when you're encroaching menopause, and it also depends on the individual's health. You know what else has been a pain in my ass? Don't say it's me. I don't think you're gonna say it, but just in case, I want to preface this. Depends on the quality of life of the person, and nowadays it gets serious only when you're like past 46. And there is research being done to extend the fertility window of women. I don't know about men though. But for women, it's in the works and it looks promising. And men also, your sperm quality degrades with age. So yeah. So even though you can procreate and potentially conceive as a man in like 50s or later, you have more chances of complications and genetic issues. So, you know, there's a timeline. Because, I mean, back when we were cavemen banging sticks and rocks together, you weren't exactly, like, living till your 90s. And you needed to reproduce to keep surviving as a species. So, your fertility window, you know, it's designed for a reason. I mean, I get that nowadays it's not the most optimal. Yeah, this isn't exactly changing my mind about not having kids. Oh, that's it from coming from me, that is not my intention. I don't want to sway your mind. So if you get to 50 and don't have kids, you could just adopt. It's true. Adopting is a lot more complicated than it seems though. It is complicated. Yes, but so is also having a biological kid. Well, like one's like physically complicated and, you know, giving birth. And one's more like bureaucratically harder with documents and applications and such. Sex isn't that hard though. Dude! Seems like a dick move to adopt or have young children when you're 50. I mean, if you're healthy and stable, I don't see the issue. But if you are like you're slowing down and I'm gonna say, especially if you're like having relationship issues and this is your way of like patching that up, then you're a huge asshole. I'd imagine sex with you would be hard, Seth. That's not nice. I'm JK, the joke was too tough to be made. No, I know. I hear you, woman. Sister, brother. You do your best. What else can you do? Truly. You know, that also depends on the age of the kid. I have family that were adopted by a couple around the age and they were happy. I guess that's true too, like if you're an older child, like a teen or something. But I suppose if you're, you know, just like someone has a newborn baby and they go, here you go, 52-year-old parents who can't keep up with a newborn, then yeah. Said young children. Well, there we have it. You heard it here first, folks. Define young. I'm gonna grab this to suck colors from. It's gonna look cursed because it was unfinished when I made this. But I don't want to dig through 2 more folders to grab the colors. And then the whites. I'm gonna make these separate layers actually. Make the other whites orange for now. Is that Spookybunns? Because 8-year-olds are young, but at that age they're already having trouble getting adopted because everyone wants a baby. True. Some people aren't cut out for it. True. I've helped out in one of these homes and the kids weren't all that happy being there. It's not great. Even average parents are an improvement over that. And now the blacks. This sounds terrible out of context. Oops. Oopsie poopsie. Oh, I forgot her crown. Her Tenkan. Get into who decides is the best kidlers. That's a joke mostly. Unfortunately. Maybe you guys can even like tell what I'm doing when I do this. Do you think hitting a kid to make them behave is reasonable? Do you think your child should love you unconditionally? I am definitely of the belief that as a parent, you owe your child everything, and your child owes you nothing. To a degree. Like, of course, if you say, hey, you asked if I could lend you money, here's some money, but you have to pay me back by XYZ date, like, obviously, they should pay you back, you know what I mean? No, violence is a bad tool without escalation, and escalation is a really bad thing, and no, but you should love your child unconditionally. Too many parents hold the fact that they did the bare minimum over their child's head. I mean, I'm certainly not gonna sneeze at childbirth, particularly on the mother's fault. I mean, it's hard for both parents because you're gonna be sacrificing sleep and not know what it's like to feel like a human for a little bit, but you do that because it's worth it. It's part of the gig. You signed up for it. Like, you know it's happening. And to you, it's worth it. Peak OST, I forgot where this is from. This is Animal Crossing, but I forget which one exactly. Maybe it's City Folk? I fed and clothed you. Yeah, that's the bare minimum. Yep. Someone who has seen a birth in front of my eyes? Shit, not sweet. Salute to Eves. Bro, you saw a birth? I was an extension of my mother for a while. Wasn't until like high school that I just barely reached out to her for things. Honestly, raising children has so many facets that even if you do everything correct, you might screw up your child. It is a little scary, but I do believe in your best. Shrimple as that. Yes, the difference is that if you do your best, your kid will know. I mean, true. Nursing students see a lot of shit. You're a nursing student? Also, congrats to the mother. And my mom did some things wrong, but of course she did. We're all human. But she tried her darndest, and I'll always be grateful for that. My dad, on the other hand, ... Rip. So many people can't say sorry. So true. My parents have only like just recently come around, more particularly my mom, surprisingly, to portray being sorry. But I still have my eyebrows raised for reasons I'm not gonna divulge, I think. And it's not because of like, I don't know, being petty or not being able to let go of things, but it's just like, you know, actions, sometimes they do be speaking louder than words. And that's not to say I haven't forgiven her, but I still, my eyebrows, they're up. I'm still cautious. Both my parents kind of suck. Oh. It's so easy to be a good parent. Sure, you're going to do something wrong, but if your kid tells you, say sorry. So many people can't say sorry, so true. What do you mean? I told you before I'm studying nursing. My bad, bro. Listen. This little peanut can only work so hard in this noggin. But I try. I think seeing birth as a nurse is like learning 3 plus 3 in first grade. Same, but my mom is way too soft and coddled us, while my dad was a bit of a plonker. A plonker. But it is what it is. In the end, I came out perfect. Angelical. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Hand. Fill. Good. I made her a severely pasty bitch like me IRL. I hate being looked down upon. My parents execrated the growth of that hatred. It's a British insult, funny to say. Interesting. As a male student nurse, I thought I would never see it due to privacy, or so I thought. Well, I mean, it's part of life. Part of learning. Did I suck up that color? Yeah, I did. I get where you're coming from, dude. It's really annoying when, like, your parents don't trust you. Like, part of growing up is to live and to learn. But not giving you the ability to do that is... it's kind of dog shit, not gonna lie. And it's like how my mom likes to claim that I'm like... well, this is her words, don't come for me. She would act like I'm retarded, right? And like try to handle everything for me. And then she's shocked Pikachu face when I get older and I'm trying to handle shit on my own. And it doesn't go according to Keikaku. That means plan, by the way. I mean, trust is a gradual thing, right? It's partly earned and will increase with age and wisdom. I mean, some people just never get it. They never earn the trust no matter how hard they prove it. Mom's least worst rage bait. Oopsie. Didn't realize that parents weren't supposed to cuss their children out or call them idiots until like 4 years ago. That's... it feels so weird to say this. Not maybe for the reason you're thinking, but like... I had a very similar experience, Rando. Very similar. Which is crazy. Let me tell you something. What that ended up doing is inadvertently making me, like, act like a dumb shit in front of them just because, to me, that's what felt safe to do. It's, like, easier to just play dumb and move past it than to deal with it, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, it sucks, right? When somebody's questioning your intelligence in that kind of way, just making assumptions based off of shit they don't even know themselves. It'll get to your little noggin. And then you grow up and learn to navigate life in unhelpful ways, especially when you're in their company. Because to me, personally, just like the pain of them, if I were to be like 100% serious and give them my full like intelligence, for them to like spit in the face of that just felt way more ass than the alternative. So I would play dumb. Like, yeah, you're right, I'm stupid. Teehee. It just made shit easier. I mean, cussing, losing control like that is just weakness. Obviously not a good look and will erode trust. Definitely. In my parents' case, they, and this is in my humble opinion, they were too young, too stupid, and just like not the kind of people that would be having kids anyways, especially that young, I should specify. I mean, I was certainly not planned, to put it nicely, and you know, it doesn't shock me that you know, some 20 and 21-year-olds, you know, their way of lashing out is cussing someone out. Especially, and I mean this in the nicest way, when one of them is somebody who grew up in Detroit. Not saying everybody who's from big cities or low income places turn out to be bad people, but I'm just saying youth, unchecked. And these are people who, they were teens in the 80s or something like that. So take that with a grain of salt. Like a canon event or something. I feel like something that should happen for me to grow. You know, as a little kid, I used to like, this is so edgy. I remember like going outside and like laying down and looking up at the sky and like crying. And I'd be like, how am I supposed to believe in a god if God would intentionally make me go through this? Because everybody says God makes no mistakes. Mind you, I grew up in the Bible Belt, right? And everything's done with an intention. And I felt like if that's true, either God is a horrible being or God really hates me for some reason I can't identify. And he hates me the same way my parents do, so yeah. But now that I'm older, I guess in retrospect, I'm kind of thankful for it. Makes me, and like, don't get me wrong, this is a recent. It's recent that I felt like this. I did not feel like this in my teen years. I did not feel like this in my early 20s. I feel like a little bit thankful. I feel like I'm a much stronger person. I don't think I'd be the person I am today if I hadn't have like had the path that I did. Yuki done pulled a Kaneki. I don't really know the full story of Tokyo Ghoul, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Or even if it's a neutral thing. I suppose this is why I don't like opening up to others. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I also didn't like to either. Especially when I was younger. Like, I don't know how to put it, but the way I felt, and I don't know if you agree with this or not, I felt kind of embarrassed. Like, I didn't want to be a victim. I didn't want people to perceive me as a victim. I didn't want people to perceive me as a charity case. Or like I can't handle myself. Or things around me, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a I'm fine, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? if Kaneki can, I can too. Hello, David. Yeah, look at it positively. If my parents didn't do it, even if it's dumb shit, I wouldn't be who I am right now. I think my ass hair more of confidence comes from learning, I guess. The words in my head sounded better, and now I'm like thinking about it, and like now I feel like it's stupid. Embrace the stoicism. I used to be very much like that. I was a very edgy kid. Embarrassingly so. And I just thought that's the way I'd be my whole life. I really did. But honestly, my teenage years, I got a lick of freedom. I got a lick of freedom. I could be myself. I could be whoever I wanted to be. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not a shell of a person. Maybe I do sometimes laugh. Maybe I do sometimes cry. Though it was rigor at the time. This isn't Blender? Yeah, because I finished my potato and I just wanted to draw. It's not a phase, Mom. Cringy bun, disturbed on full volume, edgy eyeliner, the works. That's literally not a joke. I hardly know her. Let me see if I got a good image of my teen years. Oh god. First one I see. This one's really, really old. This one I think I shared it on Discord. Let me see if I can find some of my other ones without going on Facebook. Barf. I still have a folder. I don't know if Jerome knows this. I have a folder on my computer. Jerome looking sternly. She's back to her support animal drawing. That's how I cope. Or is it wrong folder? Is this a folder? There we go. Oh my god. Get ready. Get ready. Lord, I just saw a demon. A BPD demon. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna close this out. Ugh, it's painful. I would say that doesn't look like you, but I haven't seen what you look like in, I don't know, 6 years. Okay, bet. Let me see if I could pull one from that era. I have gifts, but man. Oh wow. Okay, here's this. It's gonna be really small though, probably. Yeah. This is a screenshot someone took in my stream. My brother, why? I mean, not like a flattering face, but we're not all here to attract mates, right? Um, this is when I took a year after high school. Yeah, so like I had my edgy phase, and then I softened up a lot. I calmed down a little bit less. It's beginning to think I'd completely forgotten. Oh god, oh, here's one of me at 16. Enjoy for 2 seconds. And then I fell down the cosplay and idol rabbit hole. Amazing how that's your face reveal to me. See, we should have added him to the VIP chat, then he would have seen it. JK, JK. Yeah, I found the color pink and it was all over. I mean, I didn't fully leave the edginess behind, I guess. This is more close to how I'd dress like on a normal day to day. Also, rip my hair. I hate when like color fades and then it gets all green and blonde. It was purple, I think. I'm thinking my edgy face starts now. I agree, background dog. You get my hair cut and bleached again. My hair is all natural now. Down to my bort cheeks. Alright, before I move on, I need to show you guys some real important images. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Get a load of these. Get a load of these. Look at the baby. Look at the little snooter. She was so tiny. Those tiny beans. Oh. I haven't seen her in a few hours. I miss her already. Kitty. Yeah, that's Chippy. When she was a kitten. You need a Mr. Beast jump scare pic to harass viewers with. Listen, I'm not trying to make people uncomfortable. My friend's wedding in September, and it's autumnal themed, so I'm going ginger. Nice! You know, I wanted to dye my hair cherry red, and I think it would look good on me, but that's too much upkeep. I've also been told as an off-the-cuff joke that I'm expected to show up as a pile of leaves, so I intend to buy a ghillie suit. Oh my god. Amazing. Same ukes, except it would look shit on me. Aww. Aww. Alright, let me defend myself by saying, listen here, listen. I'm pasty as hell. Very pasty. Cool tones. My skin is pink, dude. And like red's not my favorite color, and I didn't like red, but then in high school I started wearing like a deep cherry red a lot, and I was like, that don't look that bad. I'll be darned. So surprisingly it suits me, but there's definitely colors that would look effed up on my poor unfortunate pasty flesh. Like darker, cooler tones work better for me. I mean, some people out there, they could just like do whatever the hell they want and they're still hot. And Lo could easily be that person, but be gaslighting me right now. But I I get it. I feel the envy. Vomit green. That would certainly look disgusting on me. I don't believe you. You have such a sweet character. I believe your physical self must be beautiful, and therefore everything looks good on you. I could just tell by the tone that he's fucking with me. Guards, impale this man. I think to be fair, but like disgusting on everyone. Except for Lo. Bite slip. Saying that's why I don't think red hair will work, because it'll make my face look even redder. Gotcha. Cause like I'm like a cool toned pink. Like, you ever go to buy foundation? Bite slip. Of course, dude. She sounds like a babe. I just know she is one too. Vomit green would look good on me? What the fuck? Hell yeah. I meant low, and I was sincere. That one was my compliment for the day. I don't know if I trust him. I don't know if I trust him. I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it, sir. You look great in vomit. Stop, that's not what I mean. Well, let me tell you something. So, I know what most of the squad looks like, right? To a degree. And then one day I very nervously asked Bingy if I could see her picture, and then she said she knows what you look like, I don't want to be nosy and I want to know too, but also I was like, I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna say it straight. I'm a pussy. I don't want to like go out of the way to ask. I feel wrong. But she, because I said, I bet she's a babe, and she's like, trust me, she is. So I have trouble buying makeup foundation because they never have a color that's pale enough. Same. What I was gonna say is like, you know how they have like neutral, and they have, well, they have like cooler tones, and then they have like yellower tones. The yellower tones look like shit on me. They look so bad. And I thought for sure, with a little bit of hopium, that it would like kind of color correct me a little bit and make me look so neutral. And like, oh my god. It's bad. It's not good. So I had this foundation that's very yellow. And I ended up only using it as like an under eyes, like around the eyes, sort of color corrector, because it actually worked. Because the skin around my eyeballs are way thinner, you know, as I tend to be, and they're just like inherently a little bluer, so it looked good. But I found out that like pinky cool tones in like the palest color that like any company has is what suits me the best. Look like I have a liver problem. Oh, I made the middle black and I didn't realize it. Whoopsies. That's not supposed to be black. Oh man. Oh man. It won't let me bucket tool it? There we go. Stop being self-deprecating. I keep going to try to rip it off. Rip off of it. But because of the delay, I know I just sound like a dick. That's funny because my attention, listen, my memory, my attention span are so dog shit that like by the time I would see it, I would have forgotten what I said. That would be chef's kiss, just the perfect scenario. Just dye your hair with glow-in-the-dark dye so it makes you look tanned. Give us a selfie, channel coward. I'm also curious to put a face next to their insults towards me. These are exchanges in DMs. Oh my god! I'm not tears in my eyes. She's beautiful. She's a babe. Oh my god, bro. I can't believe someone so cute graced me with their presence. Hop in, I'll join for a few minutes. I ain't no coward. Yes, you are. I knew it, low was hot. So true. Told you a kind person can't be ugly. Take the doll pill. Is that why you're so ugly? Just kidding, that's too mean even for me. Don't say yes. Now I look like the bad guy, which is true, but this is a new low for me. I'm assuming that's how their name is spelled. I mean, in the Discord it is. But YouTube LOE. He's not ugly, he's just old and balding because he had too much milk. So true. It's the milk's fault. Do, 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 do. I would give a speech on how you don't have to be the bad guy, but I love being the bad guy, so... Didn't some chick named Bobby Eyelash make a song about that? I went to school with a girl named Bobby. Loa, lowy, low. Whatever it's easy for people to say. In my brain, I said, Loe tata! Loe tata! She got the Loe tata's honor. Lois it is. Sad, only people with a receding hairline don't join the face. Y'all are funny. Oh my god, Lo, your bobbies. My hairline is fine, but it might not survive the next 5 years. But I don't want to join the VC. Well, you don't have to. Sad from 1 to 10, how bald are your parents? Wait, was your dad bald? His mom isn't. I've seen the lady. Source, I love hot moms. Hot moms? Yeah. Or the hairline is fine in our family. God, you make me want to. Wait, not finishing my statement sounds worse. Bully you. In a kind way. Question mark. My mom is a cutie patootie. Forma de hug. If your dad didn't bald and your mom didn't either, then you're fine? She's very large and deadly with a slipper, so don't tell her I said that. Male pattern baldness is common though. You guys, I think if I was a dude, I'd be so cooked. I think I would go bald. I feel it in my bones. Like, my dad isn't bald. No man in my family is bald, I think. But like, the gene is in there. It's in there somewhere. Supposedly. And I feel like it would just with my luck. And I bet you I'd be the kind of guy that doesn't suit it either. Special interest of mine. Genetics? Then again, I wouldn't hold on to like 5% of hair and look all goofy. Or go to Turkey to get a transplant. I just go bald mode. My hair is still fine, but I still go bald because I hate hair. Okay, how bald? Are we talking like buzz cut or you got that shiny dome? Because I don't want to yap and info dump, y'all. Just need someone to slip me some injections so I can stop with the hair loss. I love genetics. It's so interesting. You are so cute. Oh my god. I'm interested. So hey Lloyd, how come I got like the worst of both sides of my parents? Huh? What's up with that shit? My sisters didn't. I sure did. What's up with that? At least health-wise. You got the best, what do you mean? Aw, shucks. I just hope if I have a girl, she has a much easier time than I do. Godspeed. The health stuff is just quirks. You know what? You're so right. Quirked up white boy, little bit of swag. You know what? I haven't listened to that in a hot minute. I think this is a song. I hope I don't get copyright struck, because this is just a YouTuber. The most difficult part of health issues is finding what is going on. So if your daughters have it, at least they have the advantage that you went through it and know what's up. True. I sure didn't. I think this is one that has a white boy, a little bit of swag lyric in it. Wet like a noodle. Oh, this guy, I remember this. It turned out catchier than I would have expected. There it is! Little bit of swag. Told you. This is the same guy who did It Is Wednesday, my dudes. It sure is. Worked up white boy, little bit of swag. Yeah, rim up with the bag. Worked up. This is Jimmy live, yeah. Jimmy here. God forbid a white boy get a little motion. So like this song is just basically like a huge shitpost on jokes his stream chat would make about him. Made out with the fish. I was saying made out with the fit. Cause the song's called Made Outfit and he's in a made outfit. Worked up white boy, a little bit of swag. I feel like if I was born a dude, I would have Jimmy here energy. Oh no, here we go. I think my vibes are a little bit like white boy, a little bit of swag. If I was born a dude, I would be so gay. No, I think in it. I was just about to say I think in any reality I'd love women. Oh boy. If you're born a dude, you'd have that dad hair with the receding hairline. Man. I'd have to wear a beanie like Jimmy here does. There's a recommended YouTube video that says the title is Ultra Masculine White Girl Music for Engaging in Medical Malpractice. The Beanie of Cope. You have a 9 head instead of a 4 head. Leave me alone, my 9 head would be beautiful. I said what I said. Ultra masculine white girl playlist for engaging in medical I just realized someone above it. Hold on. I'll take a screenshot. Oh shit. Hold on, let me zoom in on this really quick. This is what I just saw. So I looked at this one here first, and then I noticed the one above it. Go ahead, read that. What does it say? Lo just sent me a screenshot. Yogurt male affirmations. Unlock your power ASMR. The thumbnail is a dude eating yogurt. Only 25 minutes? Yeah. Why is House not on the medical malpractice one? Right. Yeah, I'll show you the screeny low sense. Would you guys lock in and watch this video to relax? To unlock your inner yogurt male? Conquest ASMR. 25 minutes is enough for an ultra masculine white girl in the gym. True. What the fuck is a yogurt male? The world may never know. Seeing Super Mario Sunshine soundtrack though has inspired me. What power are you unlocking, twin? Use that video to find my first target as I go off the deep end on a killing spree. That's the real lyrics. Trust me. Okay, fine. If I could find it again. Oh god, I'm getting a lot of recommendations of Turkey Tom talking about that one guy. Damn, I'm gonna have to search it. Okay. Masculine white girl. Why is that? Okay, so there's a lot of these actually. Wow. I'm gonna take a peek at the house one and then the medical malpractice one. Okay. Oh, that's copyright. Okay, so there's a songs used: Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, Starships by Nicki Minaj, So What by Pink, I Kissed a Girl, We Are Who We Are, Party in the USA, Raise Your Glass, Teenage Dream, Toxic by Britney Spears. It's all gonna be copyrighted. I don't know about all of it. Oh, this one too. Okay, medical malpractice. Is there a playlist? No, but music. We Are Who We Are by Kesha, Domino, Just Dance, Lady Gaga, The Way I Are by Timbaland, Party in the USA, Hot and Cold by Katy Perry, California Girls by Katy Perry, Tommy Sunshine's Mega 6 Smash Up by Katy Perry, All About That Bass by Megan Trainor, Bang Bang by Jessie J, but as a picture of Ariana Grande. So it sounds like dog shit. California Girls are unforgettable, Daisy Dukes, bikinis on tap. That's California Girls by Midwest Mom. Wait, that was random. This I made myself dizzy. So I was thinking you'll get a copyright strike for being too good. Daisy Dukes bikini and tap. Just like really close, like adjacent to the Boston Mom. Peter, the horse is here. I, I don't like the song when Yuki sings it. Oh no. Okay. Brothers, my brothers and sisters in Christ, peace and love. I'm hungry and I'm tired. So if you don't mind, it's been a pleasure. I'm gonna scotch from the stream. I'll still be alive a little bit elsewhere, perhaps, probably. Um, Bone apple teeth. Thanks. I'll miss you all dearly. I'll be crying into my noms. Piss and love, sister. Enjoy food. Now this guy gets it. Alright. Girls and ghouls. Girls and gays. I love you. Be good. Eat ass. Do crimes. Bye.